Alright, so I'm not going to do my normal intro today because this is a theory video. Alright, so let's get on with the theory. Anyways, if you've been on my YouTube channel for, I'd say, maybe a year or so, then you've known that I have played Fortnite on my YouTube channel. Yes, I played Fortnite on my YouTube channel, only for a little bit, for towards the end of season 5 to the beginning of season 6, so it wasn't really that long. And I only have like four of the videos on my YouTube channel. I have tried and recorded more because now I have much better stuff. I know how to do 90s. I average around about 5 kills a game. I'm just generally better than I was before. I have a skin, actually iconic, and yeah, just other stuff that I wanted to talk about Fortnite. And if you've watched this YouTuber right over here, then you've known that I usually sometimes pop into his stream and start talking to him about stuff. Anyways, today's video is going to be a theory video. So recently season 10 has just come out, and oh my goodness, it's so crazy. But let's take a little quick recap of season 3 to season 10 so far. So basically, there was a big meteor. It hit Dusty Depot. Blah blah blah. Created Dusty Divot. Then there was this dude who came out of the meteor. He made a rocket. Rocket hit the sky. It made a big crack. And then the crack started shooting down lightning. The cube was born. Cube made it to Loot Lake. The cube exploded. Iceberg came to Fortnite. Runes started falling from the sky. Other random stuff. There was a jungle that came in. Big eyeball thing in Polar Peak. Polar Peak castle is just out in the ocean. There's a big mech being built up in pressure plants, and it's just all really crazy and stuff. Then there's the big battle. Then there's a weird orb thingy there, and obviously I never forgot about season 9, like Neil tilted, the volcanic eruption, unbolting of the drum gun, and yeah, those are all just stuff. That's basically just a little bit of the stuff that happened in season 3. In season 3 to season 10. Anyways, in season 10, what happened? Jonesy, one of the default skins, got sucked into the big ball thing, and he saw a bunch of things that were apparently not in the game anymore. Like, sure, you could still find Peely in the game, but in the Fortnite story, Peely was dead. So yeah, there was also the Skull Trooper. You could still find the Skull Trooper in the game. However, that was the OG Skull Trooper. The OG Skull Trooper is completely wiped out from the game, except for the purple, but it was white in this version. Then you also have a few other stuff, blah, 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 like Kevin, the weird rift butterfly thingamajigger, and more. So this is my theory today. My theory, or hypothesis, because this is more of a hypothesis, is that this little ball thingy is basically the equivalent to the vault, except for everything. You have things ranging from skins, locations, things of Fortnite in general, because, you know, remind you, this is now apparently a rift, and rifts were a big part of Fortnite. They were really big in Fortnite, and if the rift just disappeared, then So when Jonesy goes through this thing, you also find out that there is the meteor there. There's Dusty Depot. And then that got my head thinking, what if other Fortnite locations were here? Fortnite locations that were taken out of the game, like Greasy Grove. Sure, Greasy Grove might still be there, however, it's frozen. What about Flush Factory? Whatever happened to Wailing Woods? How did the block get from the corner towards the edge? How did that all happen? And here's my theory. My theory is that this ball is able to take things that were once alive, that were dead, and it is able to turn it into what I believe. My computer just shut off. And is able to turn it into what I want to say is something amazing. So they can remake it to its former glory, and that is how the title of this video comes out. Fortnite is resetting. Obviously, it says theory on it. Anyways, what I'm thinking is that every single week, a new location that had previously been in Fortnite, but was taken out of Fortnite, is going to be put back in Fortnite. And I have a few little pieces of evidence for this. So, first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that we already have one. Dusty Depot has gone back into Fortnite and has completely taken out Dusty Divot. Dusty Divot is no more. It is now Dusty Depot, and the meteor is apparently being held back and being pushed backwards, basically making it so that Fortnite is resetting. And need to remind you that the meteor is the thing that sparked Fortnite. Without the meteor, Fortnite would not be so story in depth. Without the meteor, Kevin wouldn't be alive. Think about that. Without the meteor, there wouldn't be the big monster versus mech thing, because the meteor was the thing that sparked everything. Sure, you may argue that the big monster versus mech thing only happened because the jungle and the frost and like the snowy biome both came together, and then that's the only thing. But think about it. The mech had power from Kevin the Cube when he dripped it all into Leaky Lake, or Loot Lake, whatever you want to call it. I personally think Loot Lake is better, but in this case scenario, it's Leaky Lake. So without the meteor, all of Fortnite would not be so in-depth with the story. So I'm thinking that without the meteor, Fortnite will basically reset. So for people that haven't played Fortnite from Season 1 to Season 3, they will get an experience for that. And there's more evidence that I can prove to you guys. The first piece of evidence, so let's get started with the evidence. The first piece of evidence is that some players were gifted the Ride the Pony emote. I don't know why some players were gifted the Ride the Pony emote, but they were gifted it when Season 10 came out. That's the first piece of evidence. The second piece of evidence is that there was a loading screen in Season 9 which contained a bright bomber on the playground of Greasy Grove, and the loading screen was called Bright Future. I'm thinking that Greasy Grove could come back, and this is exactly how it is coming back, through the weird-looking orb thing. We already know that the orb can transfer stuff from one place to another, because the orb is basically a rift, and rifts transfer the Fortnite stuff to Earth stuff back to Fortnite, and it also transferred Drift and the Enforcer into Fortnite. That's basically Season 5 in a nutshell. However, that's basically all the evidence that I have found. However, there is a little bit of stuff that I could find. Just a little bit. It's only a little bit. See, right now we're in week 0, where no updates have been made, no map changes have been made. Basically, we're in a stalemate right now. It's for people who just started Season 10 to kind of adjust back to try and find out and figure out what's happening. And that's exactly Fortnite's chance. Dusty Depot and the meteor both came in Season 4. That's going to be the thing that is returning in Season 4. So then for week 1, that will be for Season 5. Now there are a few stuff that did leave the game in Season 5, but the main one is, you guessed it, moist That's it. But hey, that's just a theory. A theory that I shouldn't really be saying this line in because I'm gonna get copyrighted. Goodbye.